To the chosen ones, this is your moment, your time to rise above. While the world around you trembled in fear, uncertain and paralyzed by doubt, you stood firm, unshaken by the chaos. When everyone else hesitated, unsure of what to do in the face of the unknown, you chose faith, a force more powerful than anything the world can throw at you. Faith isn't something that demands attention. It doesn't scream for your attention. Instead, it quietly waits for those brave enough to claim it. And you are the one who answered the call. You were never afraid to step forward, even when no one else would. When everyone else stayed in the comfort of their doubt, you ventured forward into the unknown, guided by nothing but the belief that something greater was ahead. That's no accident. That's divine alignment. The universe has been watching your every move, taking note of your unwavering courage, and now someone of unimaginable power is recognizing you. Someone who has the ability to reward you in ways you can't even fathom yet. Every struggle, every tear, every silent battle you fought when no one was watching, those weren't just obstacles. They were stepping stones, preparing you for something bigger, something greater. And it's all coming together now. Hold tight, because what lies ahead is far more than success. It's divine intervention. The challenges you faced, the times you thought you wouldn't make it, they were all part of your preparation. And now, as the doors to something extraordinary swing wide open, you're stepping into the life you were always destined for. You weren't just chosen by fate, you were meticulously prepared. The struggles weren't there to break you, they were there to build you. And now that preparation is about to pay off in a way that will change the entire trajectory of your life. This is not the start of something ordinary. This is the beginning of an extraordinary journey, and you're walking right into it. Faith isn't just a passive belief, it's an investment. And just like any high-stakes investment, it requires a willingness to risk it all. When you chose faith over fear, you weren't just sitting back, hoping things would work out. You made a powerful choice to place your trust in something greater than yourself, something that couldn't be seen but could be felt in every fiber of your being. You risked everything. You stepped into the unknown, ignoring the safety of certainty and rejecting the paralyzing comfort of fear. This wasn't blind optimism. This was a strategic move, one that would change the course of your life forever. Most people hold on to fear because it feels safe. They think it will protect them, but the truth is, fear doesn't protect. It costs. It keeps you stagnant. It robs you of opportunities. It suffocates your potential and holds you back from everything you were meant to achieve. Fear tells you to stay where you are, to play it safe, to not rock the boat. But you saw through that illusion. You realized something others didn't. Fear is a price too high to pay. It is a tax on your future, and you weren't willing to hand over any more of your potential to it. Instead, you chose faith. You chose to trust in the unknown, even when you didn't have all the answers. You risked comfort. You risked security. You risked everything for the chance to believe in something more. And that choice, that bold, unwavering choice, is paying off in ways that will leave you breathless. What's coming next is not just a reward. It's not just success. What's coming is divine. It's more than you ever imagined. The universe, the divine forces, are aligning to meet you at the top, because you dared to choose faith over fear when so many others chose to cling to doubt. Your faith was not simply hope. It was an investment in your future, in your destiny, and now that investment is starting to multiply in ways you can't yet fully comprehend. The rewards are coming, and they're not just earthly. They're divine. The success, the breakthroughs, the blessings, everything you've been working towards is about to come to fruition in ways that will elevate you to heights you never thought possible. The doors of opportunity are opening wide. The path to greatness has been set before you, and you, the brave one, are walking confidently into it. What you've done is no accident. You weren't just in the right place at the right time. You were chosen, but more importantly, you were prepared. Your faith has set you on a trajectory that will forever change the course of your life. You will look back on this moment, this decision, and realize that this was the turning point. This was when everything shifted. This was when you chose to believe when no one else would, and now everything is falling into place. Faith is not just a belief. It's a bold, transformative commitment that requires patience and relentless perseverance. It's not a shortcut to immediate rewards, but rather a long-term investment in your future. While others waited for a sign, you moved with certainty, even when things seemed still. When obstacles piled up and the world seemed to turn against you, you stayed rooted in your belief. And when the ground beneath you felt shaky, you didn't retreat. You pushed forward with conviction. That resilience is rare, and it doesn't go unnoticed. You acted when others doubted, and now what's coming to you is not a random gift. It's earned. Someone powerful has taken notice of your journey, how you chose faith over fear, how you held strong when doubt tried to take you down. That kind of dedication, that level of belief isn't common. It's priceless. And now it's being recognized. The reward you've been working for is not on the horizon anymore. It's already overdue. And when it finally arrives, it will blow your expectations out of the water. Faith doesn't just give back, it multiplies. It doubles what you've put in. You didn't just reject fear, you dismantled it. Fear thrives on uncertainty. It feeds on hesitation. It seeks even the smallest crack in your mind to hold you still. It often disguises itself as caution or wisdom, but you saw through the illusion. You didn't just push fear aside, you starved it of any power over you. And when you stop feeding fear, it begins to fade. Fear only survives when you give it attention. That's why most people remain stuck in a cycle of what-ifs, paralyzed by their worst-case scenarios. But you broke free from that. You gave nothing to fear. Instead, you chose to nurture your faith, and now you're about to experience something amazing because of it. Your strength hasn't gone unnoticed. Someone powerful saw the fire in you, and now they're paying attention. People may admire talent, but they follow bravery. True bravery doesn't just talk about courage, it lives it. And that's what you've shown. You've become an example of what it means to stand firm, to follow faith over fear. And that kind of boldness draws the right kind of attention. They see your courage and wish they could do the same. What you've done didn't just change your life, it raised the bar. You've shown the world the power of choosing faith over fear, and now opportunities are pouring in, and recognition is following close behind. But this isn't about the absence of fear. It's about your decision to ignore it when it tried to stop you. What you've been through wasn't a test to break you. It was a process to refine you. Now, as you stand on the edge of something incredible, you're more than ready for what comes next. The doors are opening, and everything you've worked for is about to unfold. You've earned this. Keep moving forward, because your breakthrough is just moments away. The best is yet to come. While most people see challenges as obstacles, you realize they were not just tests, they were powerful transformations. They weren't about seeing if you could survive. They were about forging you into someone unbreakable, someone who thrives under pressure. Think of gold. It's not tested by fire, it's purified by it. The fire burns away everything that's not valuable, leaving only the strongest, most precious parts. That's exactly what your struggles did for you. The hardships you faced didn't come to break you. They came to eliminate everything that wasn't meant for your future. Fear, doubt, insecurities, all of that had to fall away. What you went through wasn't just about surviving. It was about being refined. The parts of you that couldn't withstand what's coming next were stripped away, leaving you with unshakable faith and unstoppable resilience. You have become exactly who you were meant to be. And someone powerful noticed. They didn't just see you get through the tough times, they saw how you carried yourself through them. They saw the strength in your character, the clarity in your goals, and the quiet confidence in your every action. They know true greatness when they see it, and they're watching you. There's no shortcut to this level of transformation. Fire can't be rushed, and it can't be faked. Those who understand greatness are drawn to those who've been forged in the flames, not those who've had an easy road. And now, because of what you've been through, your reward is on its way. It's not just about surviving the challenge, it's about how the challenge changed you, preparing you for what comes next. You're not the same person who walked into those trials. You're stronger, sharper, and ready for what's ahead. What you didn't know was that someone was watching you all along. All the late nights, the quiet struggles, the sacrifices no one else saw. Someone noticed. Not just anyone, but someone with real power. They weren't looking for attention-grabbing success. They were looking for perseverance, inner strength, and unshakable belief. And guess what? You have it all. So many people don't understand the journey, but everyone sees the result. The people who truly matter are those who've been through the fire themselves. They recognize the courage, the strength, and the perseverance it takes to keep going when it feels impossible. They saw how you pushed forward when others would have quit, how you stayed grounded when everything seemed uncertain, how you showed up when there were no cheers. You didn't chase attention, you just stayed true, devoted, persistent, loyal, and that's exactly what caught the attention of the right people. Now, the ones who truly matter are seeing you, not from where you expected, but from the place that matters most. This is not some lucky break, it's a divine appointment, a moment that was meant just for you. Your future is about to unfold in a way you can't even imagine, and it's all because you've been prepared for this moment. Get ready, the best is yet to come. You didn't just endure the storm, you mastered it. While most people pray for the storm to end, hoping the rain will stop and the winds will calm, you didn't wait for relief. You took charge. You didn't cower, and you didn't plead for mercy. You went straight through the chaos with power, turning the storm into your own personal path forward. That's what makes you extraordinary. Everyone faces storms, but it's how you respond to them that truly sets you apart. Some people retreat and wait for things to get better, while others break under pressure. But you knew something most don't. Storms are temporary. They can't break you. You didn't run from it. You ran through it with strength and unshakable confidence. That's the kind of resilience that doesn't go unnoticed. It attracts attention from those who recognize true power. What you did wasn't just about being strong. It was about staying present when everything around you was falling apart. You defined how to handle adversity with grace and conviction, even when everything seemed stacked against you. And guess what? People noticed. Someone powerful, someone who recognizes greatness when they see it, is watching you right now. They didn't just see how you survived, they saw how you thrived under pressure. Leaders aren't made in easy times, they're revealed in moments of adversity. And when they saw you, they didn't see someone who waits for the perfect moment. They saw someone who creates opportunities in the storm. Now, the doors are opening, not because you waited for everything to be perfect, but because you charged forward into the hardest moments and came out stronger. This isn't just a reward. It's proof that you didn't just survive the storm, you conquered it. Your obedience is what makes you unshakable, and that's rare in a world that often looks for shortcuts. When most people face difficulty, they bend, they compromise, they take the easy road when the journey gets tough. But you didn't. You stood tall when everyone else would have faltered. You didn't take the easy way out, even when it seemed like a better option. True obedience isn't about immediate rewards, it's about commitment. It doesn't always feel easy, and it often costs more than you think you can afford. But it's about staying true to your values, even when the path isn't clear and when no one else is watching. You've shown that you will remain committed to what's right, regardless of the sacrifice. That kind of dedication is irreplaceable. The people who hold the keys to opportunities, the ones with the power to open doors, have been watching. They've seen something in you that they don't often see, a person who persists, even when there's no guarantee of recognition or reward. They saw your strength when the world overlooked you, your determination when others would have given up. People think success comes from skill or connections, but in reality, the most successful people are the ones who can be trusted to rise above challenges, who can be relied upon even when it's not easy. Trust is earned in the trenches, not during times of comfort. It's earned by standing firm when the world tries to push you down, and those in power, when they invest in someone, they seek that kind of character. And that's what you've shown. Now the doors are opening for you, because they know you're someone they can trust, someone who will rise to the occasion every time. The opportunities coming your way, they're yours for the taking. You've earned them. You're about to receive something monumental, not just because you stuck it out, but because you never once wavered. While others bent, broke, or compromised, you stood firm, refusing to sell out, give in, or falter when pressure mounted. And what makes your journey even more incredible is that every sacrifice you made was purposeful, not a loss, but a powerful investment. Every sleepless night, every tough decision, every moment you gave more than you thought you had. It may have felt like you were giving without getting anything back. It felt like you were pouring out, with nothing to replenish you. But that's the thing about sacrifice. It's never a loss. What seemed like giving everything away was actually setting the stage for something bigger. The harvest? It's long overdue. Sacrifice always feels like a setback in the moment, and that's why so many avoid it. They hold on to what's safe, to what feels comfortable, afraid to let go. But you saw what others missed. Sacrifice is never a subtraction. It's a multiplication that pays off in ways you can't even imagine. Most people quit before they get their return. The process is too slow, too painful, and too uncertain, so they give up. But you didn't. You kept showing up, kept giving, kept pouring into your future, even when there was no immediate payoff. That's why the reward that's coming isn't just a prize. It's the ultimate return on your investment. Someone powerful has been watching, not just your faith, but your dedication and consistency. They saw you when you were at your lowest, when the struggle felt endless, when no one was cheering you on. They saw your refusal to take shortcuts, to take the easy way out. They saw you choose purpose over comfort. And now they see someone who's not just ready, but prepared for what's next. This is about more than just a reward. It's about proving that all your sacrifices were worth it. Every hard choice, every obstacle, every moment of doubt. It was all part of your preparation for something extraordinary. You weren't just giving, you were investing in your future. Each choice to have faith over comfort, to trust the process when it seemed impossible, was planting seeds that are now about to sprout into something far bigger than you ever imagined. The doors that are opening for you now aren't just a random stroke of luck. They are the results of your faith, your patience, and your investment. In God's kingdom, sacrifice is never a loss. It's the foundation for something immeasurably greater. You didn't just wait. You mastered the art of waiting. Waiting is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it feels like nothing is changing. It tests your faith, your endurance, and your ability to trust the process. Most people either rush things, trying to force success before it's ready, or they sit idle, doing nothing to prepare for the future. But you transformed the waiting game into a powerful opportunity. You knew that waiting wasn't about sitting still. It was about preparing for the future. It was about honing your skills, growing your knowledge, and becoming the person who's ready when the opportunity finally presents itself. While others were frustrated by delays, you used that time to level up. You saw waiting not as an obstacle, but as a training ground. And because of that, the rewards coming your way won't just be a momentary boost. They'll be a multiplying force. Favor and influence don't fall on the unprepared. They fall on those who have shown they can handle responsibility. The powerful people who hold the keys to your future. They've been watching you. They've seen your discipline when others would have quit. They've seen your consistency when others would have taken shortcuts. And now they know you have what it takes to carry the weight of success. The waiting is over. The doors are opening, not just because the time is right, but because you are ready. You've been shaped and molded by the process, and now you're stepping into your future with the confidence, strength, and wisdom that only comes from enduring what you've been through. The stage is set, and you're about to walk through the doors you've been preparing for all along. Additionally, you won't be caught off guard when favor arrives. It will find you positioned, prepared, and armed to deal with whatever is about to happen. You were picked because you didn't take the easy route. Most individuals choose the simple route. It's roomy, cozy, and full of immediate satisfaction. It provides immediate benefits with minimal effort. However, taking the easy route has the drawback of resulting in mediocrity. It produces individuals who conform to social norms, follow trends, and never fully realize their potential. You didn't accept that. You made the decision to choose the more difficult, lonely, and challenging path that required more of you. You had the option of making concessions, cutting corners, or following the crowd. However, you didn't, and for that reason, you are being selected right now. Real influencers seek out those who stand out rather than those who fit in. They seek for those who had every reason to give up, yet chose not to. They seek for those who developed their moral fiber in the background and who upheld their beliefs when no one else was there. And you did just that. Your degree of favor and influence isn't arbitrary. Rather, it's a reaction to the decisions you took when no one was cheering you on. It's a prize for taking a route that most people are too scared to go. As a result, you will not only be blessed, but you will also be a blessing. Others will be motivated by your story to choose legacy over convenience, purpose over fame, and faith over comfort. You are now entering what was always intended for you. Although the path you followed was challenging, it wasn't in vain. You were ready for this moment because of every sacrifice, hardship, and leap of faith. You were picked because you demonstrated that you could manage it, not because you were picked at random. The journey you're on is no ordinary one. You didn't just believe, you strategized. While others may talk about faith when everything is easy, you lived it when the odds were stacked against you. Most people wait for the perfect moment, for clear signs that things will work out, but you took action when there was no guarantee. That's what set you apart. You didn't need proof or perfection before you moved forward. You believed before the world told you it was possible, and that is the mark of a true visionary. You didn't wait for life to hand you opportunities, you created them. You moved with purpose, even when it seemed like nothing was changing, even when the road was unclear. You built your future step by step, trusting that the investment you were making would pay off. While others sat back waiting for things to align, you were already laying the foundation for something incredible. This isn't just faith. This is strategy. Faith isn't just a passive hope. It's a calculated, deliberate process of stepping forward despite the unknown, acting as if the victory is already yours, even when there's no sign of it. And now someone powerful has noticed. They saw your perseverance, your refusal to waver when life tested you. They recognize something in you that others miss, a preparedness for success that goes beyond hope or wishful thinking. You've been positioning yourself for greatness with every move you made, and now that greatness is catching up with you, influence doesn't just fall into anyone's hands, it's earned. It's reserved for those who show they can handle it, who can carry the weight of responsibility without faltering. Influence is about more than just visibility. It's about integrity, resilience, and the capacity to make decisions that affect not only your life, but the lives of those around you. You've proven that you are ready for this. You didn't chase influence. It chased you because you showed the world you could handle it. Most people don't understand the price of influence. They think it's about who you know or what you can achieve, but in reality, it's about character. You've been tested in ways most people can't fathom. While others ran from difficulty, you ran into it, head first, without hesitation. You stayed when others would have walked away, and now that's what makes you stand out. The ability to endure, to persist when it would have been easier to give up, has set you up for something much bigger than you could have imagined. People don't just want to see talent or potential, they want to see results under pressure, the kind of character that holds up when everything around you falls apart. You've shown that. You've demonstrated resilience, discipline, and a laser-focused vision that doesn't depend on immediate results, but is built on the belief that what's to come will be worth everything you've put in. And now, someone who has the power to change everything is paying attention because they see in you what most will never have: the ability to take the weight of responsibility without breaking. The doors that are opening now aren't just by chance, they are the natural result of your preparation. You prepared yourself for the opportunities that are about to come. When others were waiting for the perfect moment, you were getting ready for what was ahead. And now, you're not just about to receive success. You're about to be positioned in a way that allows you to change everything around you. What's coming next is more than just a reward for enduring hard times. It's proof that your strategy was sound. Every time you thought you were sacrificing, you were investing in your future. Every moment you chose faith over comfort, every time you kept going when you wanted to stop, was a deposit into the future you're now about to step into. This is the harvest of everything you've sown. People who have true influence and power aren't looking for just anyone. They're looking for someone who has the ability to carry responsibility with dignity and grace. They're looking for someone who has proven they can stand tall, even when the odds are against them. And you've shown that. Your sacrifices weren't just losses. They were investments into the incredible future that's unfolding right in front of you. You weren't just patient, you were actively preparing. Waiting isn't about sitting still, it's about preparing for what's coming. While others grumbled, you sharpened your skills, honed your craft, and readied yourself for greatness. Now, as those doors open, you'll walk through them, not as someone who's lucky to be there, but as someone who's earned every step. A powerful person observes what you have created, persevered through, and are capable of, and now they're intervening, not to save you, but to validate what was already accurate. This is not something you have to struggle for. You are no longer required to prove yourself. You've already shown yourself. Thus, the doors are opening. It's time to walk in. The influence that has discovered you before anybody verified it. You were your own prophet. At first, hardly anyone believed in you. What you saw was not seen by them. The fire inside you was incomprehensible to them. However, that didn't deter you. You accomplished it yourself before anybody talked over you. You silently revealed your grandeur before anybody recognized it. Before anybody verified it, you were your own prophet. Self-belief is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. Before making a step, the majority of individuals want external approval. They wait for someone to tell them they have what it takes for approval or for applause. You didn't wait. However, when there was no proof to support it, you talked your future into being. When everything shouted failure, you took a leap of faith. When there was no evidence that it would work, you constructed. Such self-belief is uncommon and hazardous. It goes against the grain. The world is now catching up to what you were always aware of, not because you became great overnight, but because your brilliance is now indisputable. Someone powerful has taken notice. The outcomes of your long-ago prophecy are visible to them. They see the result of your refusal to let it die. The majority of individuals believe that success occurs when they are ultimately recognized by others. In actuality, however, it occurs when you first accept who you are, when you begin living your calling without waiting for confirmation from others. That's what sets you apart from the others. The validation is on the way, not because you became deserving overnight, but because you were always deserving. The accolades, chances, and doors you formerly had to struggle to open are now swinging wide. The world is just now beginning to realize what you always knew. Although your background ought to have disqualified you, it ended up on your CV. By all reasonable measures, you have no business being here. Your background ought to have disqualified you. Most individuals would have allowed the hardships, setbacks, and losses to shatter them. However, you made them into your credentials. The world often feeds us the idea that success is about having a flawless past, perfect grades, connections, a history of achievements that seems untouchable. It's the story that everyone tells, right? But real strength doesn't come from a polished history. It comes from surviving the storms that were meant to break you, from rising stronger after facing things that should have knocked you down. And that, my friend, is exactly what you've done. You didn't just stumble through life without being tested. You've gone through challenges that could have crushed anyone else. But instead you came out unshaken, unbroken, and now someone powerful has been watching, and they don't see your past as a flaw. They see it as evidence of your strength, resilience, and grit. They see your story as proof that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way, and that you know how to bounce back when life throws its hardest punches. They're not looking for someone who's never stumbled. They're looking for someone who knows how to stand tall after falling, and that's you. Each trial you've faced, each rejection that felt like a door slammed in your face, every time you questioned if this was meant for you, all of it was a part of your preparation. All of it was shaping your story in a way that would catch the eye of the right person at the right time. What you went through wasn't a setback, it was a setup for this breakthrough. You've proved that you can handle the hardest route, and now you're stepping into opportunities that others never thought possible. Here's the thing, your past isn't a liability, it's your secret weapon. While others might see their failures as reasons to quit, you've seen them as the very things that qualify you for greatness. And now, because of everything you've been through, you're being picked for the very things that should have disqualified you. Your struggles are your credentials. They're what make you more than ready for the next level. This moment you're stepping into isn't the end of your journey. It's a promotion to the next chapter, and it's far bigger than what you can see right now. Most people would think that once the recognition comes, the doors open and the breakthroughs happen, they've made it. But you know better. This isn't just a reward, it's a supernatural affirmation that the best is yet to come. Your faith and persistence weren't just about surviving, they were about preparing you for the real elevation that's about to happen. Every hardship, every test, every moment you thought you couldn't push through wasn't just building you for today. It was setting you up for tomorrow, getting you ready for what's next, which is way bigger than anything you've experienced so far. The struggle was never the point. It was the preparation. It was the fire refining you, not burning you. Now, the doors are swinging wide open, not because you sought them out, but because you became the person ready to walk through them. Every decision you made to stay faithful, even when it seemed impossible, is paying off. You've proven you can handle the weight of success, not just the rewards. You've earned your place at the table. The world may tell you that success depends on a flawless past, on having the right connections, credentials, or perfect history, but that's not where real power lies. True strength comes from overcoming the things that should have crushed you. It's not about having an easy ride. It's about conquering what should have stopped you in your tracks. And guess what? You did just that. A powerful figure has taken notice of you, not because they think you're lucky, but because they see something rare, your potential. They see the ability to handle pressure, rebuild, and never back down, no matter how tough things get. While others may focus on their flawless pasts, you've proven that resilience and determination are what truly open doors. This moment isn't happening despite your history, it's happening because of it. Every challenge you faced, every door that slammed in your face, every moment when you doubted whether you were cut out for this, those weren't losses. They were lessons, they were stepping stones, and they've told a story that's now getting the attention it deserves. Someone important saw that story, and it's what's bringing you to places you never dreamed possible. You didn't take the easy path. You faced the hardest obstacles head-on and kept moving forward, even when you had nothing left but faith. You built something when there was no proof that it would work. That's strategy, not blind optimism. And that's what separates you from the rest. Because faith is not just about hoping, it's about acting on that hope when everything else suggests you should quit. Now, you're stepping into something bigger than you ever thought possible, not because you asked for it, but because you became the person who was ready for it. This isn't about receiving a reward. This is about stepping into your next level. You didn't just make it through, you transformed in the process. This isn't just a prize. This is your promotion, your next assignment, a door to something even bigger than you imagined. Most people believe that when they get recognition, they've reached the finish line, but you know better. This is just the beginning. You're about to enter a phase of leadership where you won't just receive opportunities, but you'll distribute them to others. You'll be paving the way for people to follow, creating space for others while breaking barriers for yourself. This hasn't been a coincidence. It's been divine alignment. Every step, every battle, every moment when you stayed the course, it all led you here. You were prepared and proven, not just picked at random. While others gave up when the road got tough, you kept going. You pushed forward, even when the results didn't show up right away. Influence was always watching, and now it's your time to shine. The person who's now stepping into a world of opportunity isn't the one who played it safe, but the one who stood tall in the storm. You didn't quit, even when the odds were stacked against you. Now you're ready, not just for what's next, but for everything that will come after it. You didn't just survive, you evolved. Now, the question isn't about why you've been chosen. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? The world is ready for your leadership, your vision, your impact. Don't keep it to yourself. If this message resonates with you, if you feel deep down that you've been through this for a reason, leave a comment below and let me know what part of this journey hit home for you. Like this message and share it with someone who needs to hear it too. The road ahead is just beginning, and trust me, you don't want to miss the next chapter. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your alerts, because what's coming next will change everything. The best is yet to come, and you're more than ready.